Today we've got a Week 8 matchup on tap here, as it'll be the Philadelphia Eagles taking on the Washington Commanders.
Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Howell, first play, going to throw it. He completes this to Cole Turner.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. An early statement on the game's first play. 18 yards and a first down.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
On the draw, it's Gibson.
And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
You look at this Eagle defense.
They really played well in that win last week against Miami.
And the big thing for them was the interceptions. And you hear teams all the time talk about establishing themselves against the pass. You know, no-fly zones and things of that nature. This group had a bunch of them in last week's game.
Here now, 2nd and 9 from the 39-yard line. Out of the gun, it's Howell.
This to McLaurin out on the left side. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The Washington passing game dialed in now. It's a first down.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere. And they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well. And that's what they just did on that play.
Howell's throw into the hands of Turner.
So the completion gets him just a yard, and it'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the Eagles' 45-yard line.
Here's Gibson on the read option.
And he's got room. And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Washington.
Antonio Gibson, his 12th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Commanders are on the board first here this afternoon.
Bottom line, when you play a runner with these talents, you've got to be able to wrap up and get him on the ground. Or the first person who gets there, hold him up long enough for the next wave to get there and get him down. Otherwise, he will continue downfield and find pay dirt.
The extra point by Sly is up and good.
And it's now a 7-0 game.
Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. And Rodgers will hold on to this one, and it'll come out to the 25. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10
at their 25-yard line.
They go with a former Lion. It's DeAndre Swift. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up second down. These two teams have met earlier in the season in Philly with the Eagles winning that ball game. So they're looking for another win here in Washington to take the season sweep.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Even in today's NFL, when we think of the tight end position now as really a glorified wide receiver, we're still asking a lot of those guys. They have to block as well. Every now the football.
Hurts.
And that will be incomplete.
That was their first third down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key third down throws.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. It's taken to the 26. It'll be a net of 40 yards there following a 43-yard punt, 3-yard return.
And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they are over 500 for the season, 4-3. They got back above 500 with a victory last week. And, Charles, you think this is a very important week for them. And looking for McLaurin, but this is intercepted. Picked off by Isaiah Rodgers. And the Eagles are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield.
CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts.
Open man is Goddard, the tight end. So the completion good for 7 there. And that'll bring up 2nd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Now 2nd and 3. They will run straight ahead with Swift.
Now he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
3rd and 4. Now Hurts changing up the play.
Back to throw here. Flushed out right. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10.
Hurts dangerous when he runs that football. He's got a 1st.
He'll look to throw. This is caught. Touchdown. A.J. Brown. His 5th touchdown now on the year.
And the Eagles are an extra point away now from tying this ball game.
The catch and the touchdown, they were the end result of a terrific route run by the receiver.
On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So I'll leave it at 7 now as they kick it away.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
52 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start.
He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see. Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that will bring up second down. Second down, Howell now. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. Defensively going forward, they're going to have to watch out for him on plays just like that. It's a drag route across the field, and they're trying to free him up and let him run after the catch. That won't be the last time we see that play, and it works there to pick up a first down. He completes this one to Terry McLaurin. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. These two teams all tied after one. On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. And he'll get about 5 here as he'll take this down inside the 20-yard line. That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will. They'll go again with Gibson. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Back to throw, Howell. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow him to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure. Yeah, they let him get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there. And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well, and kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field. And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Hurts sets up to throw it. He'll hit Watkins on the crossing route. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 36. Throwing is Hurts. Oh, and that is incomplete. Without the coverage with position, that was about the only spot the quarterback had to try and deliver that pass. Just put a little too much height on it. Incomplete.
Here's Hurts to throw.
This is Smith with a grab. Touchdown, Eagles.
Devontae Smith.
36 yards.
And the Eagles have moved out in front.
Elliott on for the extra point. And that makes it 14-10.
Next to score, Eagles 14. Commanders 10. Jake Elliott to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
Washington will take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And after the field goal last time, see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Caught by Turner.
Third touch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down.
Shotgun handoff to Gibson.
And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
Jordan Davis, just a monster on that play, stopping it from going anywhere. Powell. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to have a Commander's first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 46.
And Howe will throw it. And that nearly a turnover, but it's incomplete. Oh, fortunate to retain possession there, and it's second down. Here's Gibson on the read option.
As he's got this down inside the 40 to the 39.
66 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
Well, there's an example of patience being rewarded. Ran the ball on first down and got stuffed. Most people would scream, throw the ball here. In this situation, they stayed with their roots, stayed with running the football, and they got rewarded.
Well, he appears to be about 2 feet short on 3rd and 3. Leaves him with a 4th and 1.
A gain of 2 on the play. Brings up.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. This would have been a 54-yard boot had they tried a field goal, but they will not try a field goal. They're going for it.
They'll go. It's Gibson. And maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line.
A big pickup of 12 yards on 4th down to keep this drive from stalling.
Out of the air on 1st and 10. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there.
Darius Slay with a pick.
And the Eagles are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line.
You're looking there at a defensive back who's maybe a step slower than he was when he came into the league a decade ago. I know I questioned his speed coming into the game, but what he's lost in speed, he's more than made up for it with intellect. And that's a great job of knowing how to position himself to make that interception.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They take over here following the interception. That's the good news. The tough spot is the spot that they're in. That's inside the 5 in the shadow of their own goalpost here. 1st and 10. And he takes this just about a yard shy of the 20. They were looking for a cushion from that end zone. He gave it to him. 15 big yards. Now Hurts going to shift him around a bit. In motion goes the tight end. On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. And it's 2nd down.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle. And that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Tight end has become a bigger and bigger part of the passing game in the NFL. But if you drop the football, that position can get swapped out with a wide receiver in that spot, a running back in that spot. There are other ways they can go if you're not going to catch the ball.
And that's not just his first drop, his 2nd drop of the game. From the gun, it's Hurts. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. Here's Aaron Siposs out now to punt on 4th down. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And with decent starting field position, there may be only a couple completions away from field goal range. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Keely Ringo picks it off. And the Eagles are going to get it back here just past the 35. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. Hurts throw complete there to Smith. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. On 1st down, Hurts. And this is caught. It's Brown. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash mark, this a 43-yard attempt. The kick by Elliott is good, and that will do it for this first half. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. One touchdown is the difference. 17-10 our score, and we are back underway on EA Sports. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A big pickup there for the Eagles' first down, 18 yards.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
They'll throw on first down with Hurts. This short throw caught by Goddard. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Another strong gain on the last two plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. And it's caught. Touchdown. Dallas Goedert, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Eagles take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
For good reason, quarterbacks want to get the ball to the perimeter to their wide receivers for big plays. But in this situation, it felt like, based on coverage, he knew that he wanted his tight end to have the football, and for good reason.
Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
And boy, showing how tough he can be to bring down, just fighting his way forward to pick up 7 yards. Here's 2nd and 3. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And he whips that one incomplete there.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. On 3rd down, here's Gibson. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. 106 yards rushing for him here as he starts to close in now on 1,200 yards for the season.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
They'll throw on 1st down. Here's Howell. That's going to be caught downfield by McLaurin. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25.
1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
First down, Howell to throw. That's out to the flat for Gibson. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And it's 2nd down.
At the 19-yard line.
Here's Howell to throw on 2nd down. Back
to Gibson, and another catch for him. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover it before he gets going.
And the Commanders are going to have a first and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. Powell going to audible to something else.
Washington. First and goal at the 3-yard line.
That's Samuel, caught left side. So that'll be no better than an incompletion, and it'll be second and goal.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on second and goal? Gibson. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's third and goal.
Well, sometimes I get caught in hyperbole, but I think they desperately need to punch this one in. They're running out of time.
Yeah, 2-score game, second half, you're down here. This is the time to put it in the end zone.
Man, not going to get much better than this for an opportunity.
And he will take it in. Touchdown, Commanders. Antonio Gibson
with his 14th touchdown of the year, second of the game.
And the Commanders are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the third. Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And that cuts the lead to 24-17. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Eagles take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Still enjoying the lead here in the third quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive.
And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
And out to the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the fourth quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
Right back to Swift again on second down.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters.
This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
And this offense on third down today, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
Hurts. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
A gain of 15. And an Eagles first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts.
This will be caught by Brown. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
First down, Eagles.
He'll drop to throw. It's caught. Smith. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 12 more yards there and another first down.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
Just because you've got the lead in the fourth, it doesn't mean you have to play it safe. I like the aggressive play call there to push it downfield. That time, it didn't work out.
Second down. Here's Hurts.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
No surprise there. Chase Young wrecks that play with a sack.
Yeah, some real defensive resistance there, saying not so fast to a good drive. They had marched to the end zone the last time out.
And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And he'll be touchdown here, but not before he does pick up the first. A pickup of 24 on the third down conversion. So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up.
Hurts sets up to throw it.
He's got it. He'll get only 2 there, and it's second and goal.
The defense was ready for the back to leak out and even had a second player waiting to double him up. If you're going to commit to doubling a back, you better prevent a completion, but give him credit. Extra determination, extra effort, turn it into a successful play.
From the 2 now, second and goal.
Throwing is Hurts.
Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted.
And he will bring this one back. An interception return for a Commanders touchdown. Charles, he was looking for just a short throw, kept it in range for the rare linebacker pick 6.
And give him full credit for his focus. He just kept the quarterback in his sights, and where he was looking to throw, he positioned himself perfectly to be there for the interception. He made the play of the game for his defense right there.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the fourth.
Well, this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the fourth as the kick's away. Bringing it out of his end zone, Isaiah Rodgers.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30.
And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. Hurts and the Eagles come up here first and 10
at their own 14-yard line. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. This is Smith to the ground. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. A really nice gain of 25 yards. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start, here's another first and 10. Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. Now Hurts on the option right.
And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line. 16 more on that one and another first down.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it, but it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
This offense in good shape. 2 timeouts and the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10. On the option to give to Swift here. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain. 2nd down. Yeah, so they get that one, Charles, on the right tackle.
Yeah, oftentimes in that spot, you're trying to work against a defender, trying to set the edge in the running game, and you're trying to drive around and get your body twisted so that he can't get there. Sometimes your hands get too involved.
Here's Hurts to throw. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Montez Sweat in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. They'll come up now on 2nd down. Second down, here's Jalen Hurts. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
This crowd turning up the decibel level. It's 3rd and long. Looking to throw. Complete. Smith has it.
And this is obviously a spot where you lean on your stars. Get the ball to them in open space and let them do what they do.
Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it prior to what will be an important 4th down. This one an absolute must. It's 4th and 4. They're going on 4th down with Hurts. And he is caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Here's Swift. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. DeAndre Swift, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the Eagles answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the 4th. Elliott good with a PAT, and they will take a 7-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. Now on the return, oh no, the ball is loose. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes...
Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted.
Darius Slay with a pick. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line.
They'll take over first down 10 at the 23-yard line.
That one looks like he'll throw here.
And that's out to the flat for Swift.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
8 yards.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And that should do it. He's got a first down. And the Eagles, they can run it out from here.
It's a gain of 3 there, and that should be just about all she wrote.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the training facility for you.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down.
Montez Sweat picks up his second sack of the afternoon. What a finish in this one, Charles. You know, this group, they come in, they have to fight a hostile atmosphere every snap. They get the late score, they get the victory, and that flight home, it's going to be a little sweeter after this one.
And Brandon, just like you, I was fired up for that last sequence. How about that? Wouldn't you have loved to have been in the huddle when they were mounting that game-winning drive? Big-time moment. No one shied away from it. They tuned out the crowd, kept their heads, and executed the way they needed to earn that win.
So for the Eagles, the win form is number 6 on the year, and they will head back home next week.
Meanwhile, for the Commanders,
they drop back to 500 now at 4 up and 4 down. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Foxborough to face off against the New England Patriots. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what?